Tim Scott to wait presidential discussion board alongside Haley. Tim Scott and Nikki Haley will participate in a presidential candidate discussion board set for subsequent month in South Carolina. Some others signal that the two popular Palmetto Nation Republicans are on a song to becoming number one combatants. Haley, the former South Carolina governor and United Countries ambassador, and Scott, the state's junior senator, are confirmed to speak on the Palmetto Circle of Relatives Council's Imaginative and Prescient 24 forum, said Mitch Prosser, the conservative advocacy group's director of outreach. The occasion is scheduled for March 18 and organizers have invited different ability and declared 2024 presidential applicants as nicely. Haley is scheduled to formally announce her presidential campaign on Wednesday in Charleston, making her the primary foremost Republican to accomplish that after former President Donald Trump got into the race in November. Scott, who has deliberate a listening excursion to start Thursday in Charleston, accompanied with the aid of a multi-day go-to Iowa subsequent week, is constructing out a personnel of ability presidential marketing campaign aides and making calls to donors. However, he has to this point held off on making his plans explicit or putting a marketing campaign team on the floor in South Carolina, as Haley has. His participation inside the Imaginative and Prescient 24 discussion board is one of the most effective signs yet that he is, indeed, plotting a White House run. Scott would start a presidential run with widespread financial sources. His Senate campaign had more cash available on the cease of 2022, nearly $21.8 million, than any other federal marketing campaign account. All of that cash should roll over into a presidential marketing campaign. Scott's political operation additionally consists of Cashflush Wonderful Plc, that started the year with $16 million within the financial institution. The corporation's Opportunity Topics Fund and Possibility Matters Fund Action had been funded by means of some of Republican megadonors who are enthusiasts of Scott, which includes Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, who has dispatched $35 million to one of the super percent over the last and a half of years. The outstanding P.C. additionally have an aligned nonprofit, Possibility Matters Network, which can enhance and spend limitless money and does not have to reveal its donors. Dave Wilson, president of the Palmetto Family Council, noted the high stakes in South Carolina this year, as frontrunners like Trump and, probably, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis may additionally ought to cope with well-appreciated homegrown Republicans. South Carolina is one of the GOP's earliest presidential number one states. The reality that this year you've got the capacity of South Carolinians in the race absolutely changes the dynamic, Wilson said. We expect people to show up in our state. We expect them to return to our eating places and visit our conferences and attend our church buildings, and feature those handshake conversations that absolutely position people to the check.